Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about society and how it's geared towards people who like to be consumers. So myself being an artist, I always felt that I shouldn't be allowed to consume, if that makes sense. Why do I say that? Well, basically, if you really think about it, when you watch TV, when you watch music videos, when you watch television shows or movies at the movie theater, even while you're driving or walking down the street, what you see all the time is billboards or people trying to sell you stuff, and it's really, we live in a society that is completely geared towards materialism. That means that they want you to buy stuff during Halloween, during Christmas, giving gifts and presents for birthdays or anniversaries and all that stuff. But if you really think about it, how much of all of these things that people are trying to sell to you do you actually need? And how much time do you spend out of the day thinking about buying these shoes that you want, or this new console that came out, or having this new latest car that you have to replace every 3 years, even though the car that you just bought 3 years ago is actually amazing and does exactly what you need it to do, but you want to have that extra camera, or you want to have that extra CD, satellite, whatever it is that came out. And you got to think, it makes you think, like, the people who are actually trying to get you to buy these things are not consumers. They're people who are actually making money. And if they really wanted to, they could literally buy thousands of these cars or thousands of these new consoles that they are actually selling to you, the consumers. So I chose a long time ago, especially because I was an artist, well, I am an artist, is that I wanted to be a creator. So I want to be the person that creates the thing that people will buy. Because either you can decide in your life to consume all the stuff that is given to you, and in some way you're actually going to be always broke, because by buying all these things that you don't need, I mean, there are some things that you don't need. You do need a reliable car, you do need food, you do need like some form of shelter and some form of comfort and stuff like that, but you don't need a Starbucks macchiato grande coffee that's $10 every single day of your life. And what's funny is that a lot of people around me always say that they're broke, but then they're always like going to the restaurant and they're always at Starbucks and they're always buying a lot of new clothes. So the thing is that these people are not broke. These people are doing macro transactions on a daily basis, and what seems to them as only like $5 at a time is actually adding up to thousands and thousands of dollars a year. So if they even like had half the coffee or half the food at restaurants that they are getting right now, they would actually have money to buy all the things that they wanted to buy, and they'd be able to buy better things. And that's why I think sometimes it's funny, because I do know people who make an enormous amount of money and they're always broke, whereas I'm pretty humble in what I make, and I'm going on trips, I'm buying the things I need to actually buy for myself and give myself a better life, but they're broke, and I don't know how they spend their money. Maybe they go to bars every day, maybe they just spend on random clothes and stuff, but I don't see their life being better than mine. So that's what I'm saying, is you also have to think about, in some way, about your future and also about your retirement. So if you're always spending these $4, $5 every day on coffee that you could make at your house for 10 cents, you got to think about it too, because not everybody makes millions and millions of dollars. If you do, if you're making millions of dollars every year, and you know that something's going to come up every time, and you're going to be able to sustain yourself, then more power to you. But you can see it even with celebrities sometimes they own all these properties and stuff like that, and then eventually they have to sell because they're going bankrupt because they can't handle it. So there's a very fine line between being a consumer and being an artist, and also being someone who's smart. So I'm kind of trying to say, like, if you need to consume some things and you absolutely like your coffee every day, then find another way to also save money, because saving that money is important. It's so important, especially when you live in a place like America where money is literally king. In places like Europe, social countries that they are actually going to help you. You're not going to be in the street. You're going to find a way to live. But at the same time, you're probably not going to live comfortably, because you're going to look at the other person who actually works more and who actually saves more money and is able to afford more things. And that's why I think they say sometimes that the rich are stingy, but they got rich somehow. And it's by not believing in all these commercials and then actually buying the things that they need to buy. Thrift stores are not bad, for example. People frown upon them sometimes because they say, it's something that's secondhand. It's not first-hand stuff. But I worked, for example, for a photographer, and we were working in fashion, and a lot of these fashion people said, dude, the guys that are buying all the latest fashions, they're silly, because honestly, you could just buy the fashion of the year before and get some clothes that are perfectly good, and you'd pay 10 times less than what you're paying now to get the latest fashion and stuff like that. So it's kind of funny that things are this way. But yeah, don't believe all those booty shakes and music videos and all the stuff that they're trying to sell you on TV, because it's not important. It really isn't. I think what's important in life is health, friends, finding some sort of comfort, and actually enjoying things. Because in America, we're so geared to working all the time, that at the same time we're not taking the time to go on these hikes or enjoying the beautiful, weather of the country. I mean, look at this. We're in such a beautiful place, and people just stay home and look at social media, look at their phone, or they work all the time. And what are you accomplishing there? You're not living. So yeah, just my point is, try not to be too much of a consumer, because it's not good for you. People shouldn't be consuming all the time. People should be enjoying their friends and enjoying life to some way. Be disciplined where you need to be disciplined, but at the same time, don't consume so much, because it's just gonna kill you. Like, in some way, whoever told you? Okay, last example. For example, for me, something that's always been fun for me is that the diamond is a pretty recent thing. Diamonds have existed for years, but they weren't used for weddings. People used to give other kind of rings and stuff like that, but then some advertising mogul from the 30s decided one day that he should create a slogan called "Diamonds are forever." And guess what? People started proposing to other people with diamonds and saying that a diamond will last forever, because that's what was sold to them in the 30s on some sort of billboard. And it became a tradition to spend 2 months' salary on a stupid piece of stone. Honestly, do you really need to show your wife or your future wife that you love her by giving her a stone? That's bullshit. If you got money, you can buy that stone in 2 seconds. It's not going to show any love. Love's going to come from what you're going to be doing in real life, and how you're supporting people, and how you're listening to people, to her, and how you've been nice to her, and how you guys help each other and stuff like that. Not a stupid stone. Stone's not going to give you anything. It's just going to give you a headache, because you're going to be broke. Like, whoever said that you need to spend $30,000-$40,000 on a wedding, is that going to show your love? I don't think so. You could just as well go to your backyard or go to a park, do the same wedding, and just invite a bunch of friends and have some food and laugh and stuff like that, you don't have to spend so much money. But society has told everyone that that's the way it goes. That's how it has to go. And that's why we do it. But anyways, that's my point. Just don't be a consumer. Think a little bit. And think of the real things that make you happy. It's not material things, that's for sure. Okay, bye.